Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! Thank you guys so much for opening up your hearts to me on what has been an incredible journey for me over the past 30 years. It has been an honor and a privilege to be able to sit behind this microphone and record my thoughts on Descendants and Zombies, the franchises you love so much. And I love just as much as each and every one of you, so we share in the same passions, the passions that have brought us together. And there is no better feeling, no more beautiful feeling in the world than being brought together by the passions you share with thousands of people, which I was unaware of. I didn't recognize the popularity of Descendants until years after the franchise had launched, and years later I am sitting here with over 3,000 subscribers, not quite, but almost 3,000 subscribers put up on this YouTube channel. Thank you so much for always hitting the subscribe and the like buttons for this YouTube channel. Subscribers I don't deserve. And I say that because I've made a lot of mistakes in my lifetime, and I've been very honest with everyone who has subscribed to this YouTube channel and who have stayed with me. Because I'll be honest and very to the point with each and every one of you. You could have quit on me when you didn't have to. And the thing was, you stayed with me for forever, and you always supported me. And I've never forgotten that, and I've never forgotten you. I want you to know that you will forever and always hold a special place in my heart as I critique Descendants and Zombies the way it is meant to be critiqued for each and every one of you. I think that there is way too much criticism thrown the way of your favorite Descendant stars, and it was really upsetting me. About a year and a half ago, I decided to launch this YouTube channel, and less than a year later, it's not even August 5th, 2025, this channel premiered on August 5th, 2025, and each and every one of you have stayed with me for forever with over 3,000 subscribers almost put up on this YouTube channel, and I can't thank you enough. Life is sweeter when you are, and I think that more people can make an effort to spread more kindness in this world. And that's the message that I've always wanted to convey on this YouTube channel, was that there is never enough kindness in this world. The words "I love you" are never heard enough. And I say that because they really aren't. Ever since August 5th, 2024, which is less than a year ago, I've wanted to accumulate subscribers. I wanted to bring attention to this YouTube channel and draw attention to these issues. And I like to believe that I have done that, and I've done it in a very effective way because so many people have hit the subscribe button. So if you want to spread more kindness, all you have to do is hit the subscribe or the like buttons on this YouTube channel and share your stories with over thousands of people who have already done so and have not shied away from their opinions. The thing I love about you guys the most is you see yourself through the characters Bridget, you see yourself through the characters Mal, you see yourself through the characters Red, and you don't shy away from your opinions, and you share that with us in this beautiful community. This community is beautiful, and it's very supportive, and it has never ever quit on me. You know, more times than enough when I felt like I had nobody, I knew I could jump on this podcast anytime throughout a 24-hour day and tell you how I was feeling, what I was going through, and each and every one of you have never ever quit on me. And you could have very easily quit on me years ago, but you didn't. And I just want to say thank you, and forever being the song in my heart which has guided me out of darkness into light every single time. I know what it's like to be bullied in high school. It is not fun. Being tripped up in hallways, being called names, what have you, and I think that more kindness can be spread in this world. So here's what I want you guys to do. After you finish watching this video, call your friend, IM them, and tell them that you love them for no particular reason whatsoever. And when they question why you're doing it, just say, because I wanted you to hear the words "I love you" for the first time, what probably was the very first time in a long time. The Descendants and Zombies franchises have done a fabulous job encouraging us to spread more kindness, to stand up for what we believe in against our bullies. And that's what Bridget's character did. That's what Ruby Rose Turner did so effectively and in such a powerful way. I don't think no better representation of the young Queen of Hearts could have ever been brought forth the way that Ruby Rose Turner's character Bridget did it. Beautiful soul, and I'm going to miss her being a part of Descendants 5. I was really getting used to her as the young Queen of Hearts, and I was hoping that time travel was going to be a part of Descendants 5 Wicked Wonderland, but obviously it's going to revolve around the Kingdom Cup games and these new characters seeing their introduction for the very first time in Descendants, characters from Encanto and Princess and the Frog. I was a big fan of Princess and the Frog years ago. The New Orleans musical, which is what Princess and the Frog was based off of, was a great musical, one of the best musicals that Disney ever created an animated cartoon off of. but I was never really struck on Encanto. I really could never make sense of it. So if there was one character or characters that I was skeptical of for the Descendants franchise, it would have to be the Encanto characters. I don't know how they're going to fit into this, but there's always a way to make somebody fit into it when you least expect it, and there could be a lot of significance put on those characters. We're just waiting to see where it goes from here. And for those of you who have read the Descendants books, there are a total of 9 in the franchise, so there is still a long way to go, with only 5 movies having been produced for this one, with 9 books in total having been released, and 4 of them up on the New York Times bestseller list, which is a huge accomplishment for the Descendants franchise in its own right. I don't even think High School Musical or Hannah Montana got to that point. High School Musical and Hannah Montana had books released, but not in the way of a novel series like we're seeing with Descendants. Of course, it's for easy readers and easy reading, but it is a great series, and I love the expansion that Disney is always coming up with, trying to come up with innovative ways to expand off of it. We've got this, of course, stage production happening with Descendants and Zombies, 43 arena dates scheduled all throughout the United States for the period of the next 3 months up until September, early fall. Really excited to see where we go from here and what will be next for Kylie Cantrell and the other Descendant stars. Kylie Cantrell has really become the Hannah Montana of this new generation, and I really love her music. I love the songs Goodie Bag, Denim, and Boy for a Day. Beautiful songs, and I'm always seeing Kylie throwing up shorts on her Facebook fan page promoting that and promoting her EP, which is a huge exemplification of just how far Kylie Cantrell has come. I say this because I was always a huge fan of her show on YouTube. Every single time Kylie would upload a video, I was there to support Kylie. I was always there in Kylie's corner, no matter how much criticism she was receiving, and it broke my heart last year when people were pointing out her political point of view and concern to Donald Trump. I think that that needs to be left out of the conversation when you talk about Kylie Cantrell, and if there is one thing that really frustrates me about Kylie Cantrell, it is all the criticism she is receiving for her political point of view, which she can't really make sense of, she doesn't really know anything about. So we need to let bygones be bygones and let it remain in the past where it deserves to be left. We need to look ahead to the future for Kylie Cantrell. The girl is only 20 years old. She turned 20 just yesterday. Happy birthday one final time for Kylie Cantrell, coming from me and everybody who has subscribed to this YouTube channel. Thank you again for showing up in unison to support me when I celebrated Kylie Cantrell's birthday just yesterday, and when I bought that Dumbo. That Dumbo reminds me of Ruby Rose Turner so much, and a friend that I shared a relationship with for a while. Because of circumstances beyond our control, we can't be together, and I have to go back in a year's time to try to fix it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but at least I know each and every one of you are here for support, and you've never ever left my side, and you've always been in my corner, and you've always supported me, and I can't thank you enough for that. But that Dumbo has always reminded me of Ruby, because one of the first red carpet premieres that Ruby attended was the Dumbo premiere in 2019. She was really young. Nobody ever expected Ruby to blow up the way that she did, but the thing that I admire so much about Ruby Rose Turner is how much she has inspired me to be a better person, and I have taken that with me everywhere I've gone in this lifetime, no matter what turns my career has taken in terms of a direction. Everything that Ruby has taught us, I've taken with me, and I've loved to share it on my podcast. When I first moved into this house, I thought that I wanted to create something special for everybody. A lot of the co-hosts that I had worked with over the years, throughout my 30-year career nearly in radio, said that my career was far from over. I hadn't finished what I wanted to say, I hadn't finished what I started, and I had to go back. And I contemplated it and contemplated it and contemplated it for forever. I put it on hold time and time again, and I was reluctant to come back because I thought I had told the story and completed it in the words of the Descendants cast, who believed they had told the story after the completion of Descendants 3, after production had wrapped. Told the story and completed it without camera and voice. It would have been very difficult to produce Descendants 4. They could have done it and gotten away with it, but I think there was more of an opportunity to tell a story, and that's what I thought about. You know, I thought my message of kindness hadn't been spread far enough, and I will be here for forever. I know that now. With 3,000 subscribers nearly on this YouTube channel, that is a huge accomplishment, and almost 16,000 views put up with over 100 videos almost uploaded on this channel. I know that people have never ever quit on me, so why should I quit on everybody? Why should I hang up the headset for what I believe to have been the final time 7 years ago? I don't know. It was a long drive home that night. I thought my career was over. I thought I had said what I wanted to say. I thought I was pretty much finished because there were a lot of new co-hosts coming in to replace people, and replace me included. I thought I had done everything there was to have done. But 7.5 years later, I'm sitting behind this podcast microphone again, and I am forever thankful for each and every one of you. I have a lot of fun on this podcast talking about the potentiality of seeing a zombie invasion. I have a lot of fun talking about how fairy tales exist and happily ever after does exist, and how forever is a possibility for anyone who wants to imagine themselves caught up within forever. I say this because in my lifetime, I was never given a reason to believe it until I fell into this niche, and I met every one of you. Your talents are absolutely extraordinary. You are incredibly beautiful people, and there is no better fan base that I would love to attract than this fan base. I am so grateful for each and every one of you being here because as a YouTube creator, it is very challenging to get somebody to run their hand across that subscribe button, to hit the like button, and you do it every single time for me when you could do it for anybody else. Now, I know you watch other YouTube channels that produce these AI Descendants videos, and that's the issue that I have with it, is that the majority of these videos that you are seeing are pretty much just all AI, and they make no sense. Just pre-typed text with a AI voice, and people really buy into that whole thing. I have never used AI. I want you to know that I grow this YouTube channel organically, which means you are the people who hit the subscribe button, and you make that decision at the end of every video or halfway through it. Here's the reality of it. You can close this video, hit the X button right now, or you can stay here and hit the subscribe button, and I promise you great Descendants videos. I promise you nothing but the best in the way of reviews about Clarke and Ruby Rose Turner, who are in phenomenal shape. They are incredible. The muscles these girls have now from lifting weights and the parkour is absolutely stunning to me. How they can go through that and come out on the other side of the spectrum so incredibly talented and so incredibly beautiful, more beautiful than ever before. I never ever thought we'd see Clarke get to this point, but I knew she was going to be a star, and after having watched Descendants since 9 years old, here she is now as the main character of the Descendants franchise and in such high demand from the Disney company. I know that Descendants: The Rise of Red received its fair share of criticism, but we have to let it go. And I say that we have to let it go because these stars still have a long way to go and still have a lot to learn. You're not going to learn everything overnight. It is really difficult to understand the art of drama. It is really hard to understand the art of folk literature, and you really have to study it for years. For instance, studying journalism is something that you also have to study marketing with to promote a YouTube channel, and I did that for years. And I never ever thought that my YouTube channel would explode in popularity the way that it has. The subscriber count is always going up on this YouTube channel, which, by the way, you can contribute to by hitting the subscribe button. We're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of this YouTube channel, a little over a month away, and I will be doing a video to commemorate the 1-year anniversary of this YouTube channel as I look forward to the 2nd year of this YouTube channel and how far we can go from here with that as we talk about our favorite Descendant stars like Clarke, Ruby Rose Turner, and Sheer, and our beliefs and our opinions. I know I have fans of Mal out there who I want to apologize for not throwing up enough Mal content and enough content on the stars that you're looking for the content on, whether that be Cameron Boyce, Sophia Carson, Dove Cameron, whoever. I will get back to talking about the original Descendants cast in time, and I will be talking more about zombies as time goes on, but I know I have a lot of fans of specific niches such as Tangled and Phineas and Ferb, original Disney characters, the OGs like Mickey Mouse and stuff are here too, because I was throwing up some Mickey Mouse videos last year too in coalition with all the content that I was throwing up, and I was getting a lot of subscribers from talking about original Disney animation and stuff, so I will make time to do that. The videos are uploaded every morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Time originally, and also sometimes we have midnight premieres on this YouTube channel, so that you're anywhere between I think 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, midnight my time, and of course 6 a.m. Eastern Time, which is 7:30 my time in my time zone. So I try to upload these videos as early as I can and as often as I can to beat out the YouTube algorithm, because one thing I notice as the release date for Descendants 5 Wicked Wonderland approaches, more and more of these videos are being uploaded to attract you to other people's YouTube channels. So as a YouTube creator, one can only hope that you're going to hear his voice. And as a YouTube creator, one can only hope that you're going to hit his subscribe button amongst the 500 Descendants videos that you are finding. I don't know if I'm beating out the YouTube algorithm, but I know that my videos, literally every second video that I'm uploading about Descendants is being recommended. And one thing that I can promise you with a whole heart is that no other YouTube creator goes above and beyond the requirements of a YouTube creator as much as what I do for each and every one of you. It is truly incredible how far I go for this YouTube channel. Later on this week, I'm going to be installing some new reciprocal lights to light up this room after my original reciprocal lights had blown up. I'd only done the back of this room, but what I'm going to do now is do the whole room with reciprocal lights. and I'm really excited about that. And I'm going to be doing a lot of reviews of Zombies as we get closer to the release date, less than 2 weeks away now from Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires, which I'm a really huge fan of, because a lot of stuff is going to be happening in the Zombies franchise for the first time ever. The words I love you are going to be brought into the script between Addison and Zed. We've got some stuff happening between Victor and Nova, apparently, from what some fans have been leaving in the comments. So Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires making this one the most exciting of all time, with anticipation from everybody who's been leaving comments on my YouTube channel. Just to let you guys know, I'm just as big of a fan of Zombies as I have been Descendants. Of course, I know they coincide, and Zombies has been criticized for being a copycat of Descendants, but I think there are a lot of elements from Zombies that separates it from Descendants. For one thing, I know that both franchises, the more that I think about it, with how Red was trying to achieve acceptance from her mother and Mal was trying to achieve acceptance from her mother in Descendants, the original trilogy, it's about acceptance, it's about bullying. The messages are pretty similar, but they are also different in a lot of ways too, because whoever thought that zombies would be able to coexist in a world with humans? Disney was the first one to present that concept after, of course, Twilight years ago took the world by storm. And I remember how big that was years ago, too. It seems like I've been a part of everything having to do with pop culture for forever, and you guys have kept me in your heart, which I can never thank you enough for. When I thought I had nobody, I had each and every one of you. I don't think I've ever been in a relationship that could ever understand my interests for these niches. Nobody could ever make sense of it, and pretty much everybody left me because of it, because they wanted to pursue other avenues in life. I just recently lost a really good friend who I thought I was really close with, and now we have to spend a year apart. So you guys are pretty much holding me together on what's left of me, and I don't even know if it's going to work out, but I know at least at the end of every day when that sun sets over that tree out there in my front yard, each and every one of you are here. I don't know if it's because you like the stuffies, you like my voice, and you pretty much made me the voice of Descendants and Zombies, which is something that was the least thing I expected, for each and every one of you to have made me the voice of Descendants and Zombies the ways you have. I know a decade ago I was a huge fan of Dove Cameron after so many people were emailing me about what Dove Cameron was going through personally and professionally in relationships with Ryan McCartan and Thomas Doherty. I didn't like it, and I started shooting on Ryan McCartan and Thomas Doherty on this podcast when I probably had no business of doing it, and I've apologized time and time again. I said what I said because I believe Dove Cameron deserved better. I said what I said about Ruby Rose Turner because I believe that Ruby Rose Turner deserved better after spreading so much kindness in this world. Ruby Rose Turner is a person that we can aspire to be better people of because of. And I will hold to that for forever. She is a beautiful person with a beautiful soul, and I love her so much. And I love Dove Cameron for what felt like forever. I was one of the first Dove Cameron fans of all time. I broke my arm for Dove Cameron one night on the way home from my friend's house because I wanted to catch the latest episode of Liv and Maddie. I did. With my elbow drove halfway up my arm, and there's a huge scar on my arm because of me trying to get home for the latest episode of Liv and Maddie, which I didn't want to miss. Forever and always, these Descendant stars will hold a special place in my heart. Each and every one of you will forever and always hold a special place in my heart. And I will say this again tomorrow on my podcast because I want to reiterate it, and I want to really bring home the point. The Descendants and Zombies are two franchises that have inspired us to be better people, that have brought us all together, and I think that's an incredible, incredible accomplishment for these two franchises, if anything. I don't think High School Musical had as big of an effect as what Descendants did for each and every one of our lives. I know that I will never, ever forget the imprint that Descendants and Zombies has left on my heart because of the impact it's made, all the fans I've received because of it, and the fan support. It is truly unbelievable. You know, I could be broadcasting for any other niche on my podcast or any podcast that I get the privilege of hosting or co-hosting for the better part of 25 years. But I would choose this niche because of the impact and the profound imprint it's left on my heart over and over again, just to commentate and critique it for you, because you deserve better than what you've been hearing. A lot of these 45 minutes reviews make no sense whatsoever. The hosts of the show don't develop relationships and friendships with their audience, which is something that I think has been taken away from a lot of commentaries you see on YouTube. For anything, it is to generate revenue. It is to generate subscribers and attention to their YouTube channels, and I want you to refrain from watching AI videos. And I thought for what felt like forever that you guys deserve better, and I just want to give that to you guys. You know, I'm tired of hearing Kylie Control crying because her opinions being taken under consideration and out of context. If anything, Kylie's opinions have been taken out of context about Donald Trump and various viewpoints that she's had. What you got to remember is she's still young. and she still has a long way to go. And I want Kylie to know that if she wants support, that support is here for her, and it will never go away. It will never go away, not just because of me and how I choose to talk about and critique Kylie Cantrell and support Kylie Cantrell. It will never go away because of each and every one of you. I love how you guys come out in unison for these Descendants meet and greets when the stars of the show think there's only going to be about 200 people. There are thousands. It is absolutely incredible how you believe in these stars and see yourself in the eyes of these stars so many times. How many times have you seen yourself through a character in Descendants such as Bridget or Red or Chloe Charmy? You have. There's no denying that, and you're inspired by it. You wouldn't dress up as your favorite Descendants character on Halloween and come to my door if you didn't. You wouldn't sing the songs over and over on repeat if you didn't. That is the answer to that question. It is definite, it is certain, and as long as each and every one of you continue to support Descendants the way that you have, I will never ever quit on a franchise that I believe in so much and I know is a franchise that saved my life. You guys saved my life when I thought I had nobody. When I was lost, every single time I was lost, you pulled me from out of obscurity. And I just want to say thank you from one heart to another for believing in me so much, having made me the voice of Descendants and Zombies. I don't know if I'll ever do some voiceover work for Descendants as a narrator of it or a star of the Descendants or Zombies franchises, but regardless of the opportunities that I will have in this lifetime, this has been the most honor and privilege that I have ever had bestowed on me to be the voice of Descendants and Zombies for as long or forever as long as what you have allowed me to be it. Because you guys could choose anybody to have been the voice of Descendants and Zombies, but you took a chance on me when you didn't have to, and I have been the voice of Descendants and Zombies for forever because of each and every one of you, and I just wanted to say thank you from my heart to yours for having made that possible. Do I think we have seen the end of Descendants and Zombies? No. We have seen anything but the end of Descendants and Zombies because there is always an opportunity. Take it from a theater kid who knows that there is always an opportunity to create time and time again with Descendants and Zombies. All we have to do is take ourselves up on the opportunity to experience this franchise in a whole new light and a whole new way and watch it explode and see where we go from here, because there's always an opportunity to write a new chapter. There's always an opportunity to experience new magic, and I love magic, I love fairy tales, and I love how Happily Ever After does still have a chance of existing, how a girl can go out and find a guy that she can spend the rest of her life with and feel inspired by him or by her from a guy's perspective. I may have never had the opportunity to do it, but at least I've had the opportunity to inspire each and every one of you in ways that I can't thank you enough for. I'll never be able to thank you enough for it. And some of the very first subscribers that I've had when this channel first premiered on August 5th, 2024 are still here. I will never forget you. Because when you could have left me, you didn't. Thank you so much for never ever having quit on me, because I don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. This has been an incredible experience and one that I will never ever forget. Thank you so much. So with that having been said, I know there is a lot of conversation about Dove Cameron returning for Descendants 5, and Dove Cameron actually commented on a recent podcast about how she will not be a part of Descendants 5. I believe I have shown this video before, but I just wanted to reiterate the point of how Dove Cameron is closing the book on Descendants 5 and her role as Mel. She will not be reprising her role as Mel, so I just wanted to offer some confirmation on that. I know everybody's upset that Mel is not coming back. She's the #1 Descendants character, the most popular of all time, but I just wanted to offer some opinion on that, because Dove Cameron said that this is it. There's no reprising the role of Mel, and she was very grateful for the opportunity. Descendants will forever hold a special place in her heart. So what do you say we watch this video together as we try to make sense of that? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and continue to show your love and support for this YouTube channel.
Unfortunately, I will not be in Descendants 5. I love the Descendants family so much, and I will always have a special place in my heart for them and for the franchise. But I think that the rest of the cast of the original films and I feel very complete with the first 3, and we feel like we told the story. But I will be cheering on the new cast and watching from the sidelines.
I know it's really hard to believe for a lot of people that Dove Cameron is not going to be reprising a role as Mel for the Descendants franchise, but it's even harder for me to believe that they're going to be doing Descendants 5 without Ruby Rose Turner. I got so used to Ruby as the character Bridget, the young Queen of Hearts, that I'm going to miss her, and I've been crying myself to sleep every night once I realized, and it hit me hard in the heart. It was really a punch to my heart like a sledgehammer that Ruby was not going to be part of Descendants 5. It broke my heart, and I've been crying myself to sleep every single night since then. And I know it's got to be just as hard for Mal fans out there to know that she's not coming back to reprise her role after how much of a huge impact she had on all of our lives as the focal point of Descendants for what felt like forever. And now I think it's safe to say more than ever that the torch has been passed from Dove Cameron to Kylie Cantrell, and it's a huge honor to be bestowed on Kylie Cantrell, and I think she's doing a fabulous job. Regardless of all the criticism that Kylie Cantrell may or may not have received for being the character Red, the young Queen of Hearts daughter, which pretty much had no backstory whatsoever, just as Evie's character portrayed by Sophia Carson had no backstory as the daughter of the evil queen from the original Descendants franchise. She is doing a fabulous job, just as Sophia Carson did. And a lot of people see Sophia Carson through the eyes of Kylie Cantrell. That comparison has been made time and time again. There was a TikTok video posted a while ago about the comparison between Sophia Carson and Kylie Cantrell and the Red and Evie characters, and I found that quite intriguing. But I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for all the love and support you have shown this YouTube channel, all the subscribers you've been putting up with this YouTube channel. There is still time for you to get in on this conversation and hit the subscribe button, which I hope you are going to do, because I can't do it without you. It's one thing to upload these videos and hope that somebody's going to hit the subscribe button and hit the like button, because I don't promote these videos. But if you go out of your way to hit the subscribe button, someone's going to find this video. Someone is going to love these videos just as much as what you have after previously having found them. Thank you so much for your journey through the woods, for always supporting and loving this YouTube channel, and never having quit on me every single day or night that I post these videos on YouTube, 6 a.m. Eastern, and every night sometimes at midnight. Thank you so much for joining me for the premiere of these videos and loving them so much, just as much as what I've loved creating these videos for each and every one of you, because I honestly don't know where I would be without each and every one of you, from one heart to another, from mine to yours. Thank you so much for just never having quit on what you believed in, because you could be on anybody else's YouTube channel watching their Descendants and Zombies videos, but you have chosen me. You have made me the voice of Descendants and Zombies for what feels like forever. Thank you so much, and for never ever quitting on me. From my heart to yours, from one heart to another. I will never be able to say thank you enough or show you enough appreciation for just believing in me as much as what you have. You obviously wanted a hero, and you found that hero in me. It has been a distinct honor, an absolute honor and a privilege to have been here for as long as what I had, being the voice of Descendants and Zombies and reviewing it for you. It's been the most fun that I've had in my entire life. So what do you say we take this opportunity upon ourselves to go spread some kindness today to somebody who needs it? Because I can guarantee you there is somebody out there today who needs a little bit of kindness, an extra boost of kindness in their own life, and we have a perfect opportunity on this gorgeous day as the sun peeks in through my window. You guys can't see it, but the sun is there. What do you say we take ourselves up on this opportunity to go spread some kindness right now? Let's do it. With that having been said, bye YouTube. We will do it again tomorrow night.